What's up YouTube, my name's Shafi and today I'm reviewing the LaCie Big Dock. I went for the 12TB model, which contains two Seagate Iron Wolf 6TB drives. You can use the drive in two ways. You can either have it as one big 12TB drive that's going to have no backup solutions, or you can configure it with two 6TB drives as a RAID. It simultaneously copies the same data to both disks, so in the event of a failure you can just take the broken disk out, put a new one in, and all of your data is safe. On the front it has a USB Type A port, a compact flash slot, and also an SD card slot. On the back there's two Thunderbolt 3 ports, one USB-C port, a Kensington lock, power, and a display port. The display port's there so you can daisy chain devices together through Thunderbolt 3 and then add a display on at the end should you want to. Whilst we're talking about connectivity, I use this device with two computers. I've got a late 2015 5K iMac, and I also have one of the newer MacBook Pros that just has 4 USB Type-C ports. So one of the problems that I've run into is that in order to get the most out of this drive by using it over the Thunderbolt connections, I had to buy a dongle. It's 2018 and this is obviously an Apple problem, not a LaCie problem, but I went to the Apple store, bought a Thunderbolt 3 to Thunderbolt 2 adapter and a Thunderbolt 2 cable, which came to a total of £78. So if you do have the same conundrum, then you'll need to do the same. But the USB-C cable that came in the box was fine for just connecting to the MacBook Pro. If anything though, the USB-C cable is a little bit short. It's like about 1 foot or 30 centimeters, so you do have to sit pretty close to the drive when you're using it with your Mac. That brings me on to noise. The drive can be a little bit noisy. If you're used to working with SSDs or just single hard drives, then it is a little bit noisy. I've run a noise test with just a simple app on the iPhone, and it might seem a bit trivial, but it probably sounds about the same as when the fans in your computer kick up if you're doing a big render or something like that. But obviously this is persistent and it's all the time. And it also makes those weird clicking sounds that old hard disk drives make. There were two real reasons why I purchased this drive. One of them was to be able to back up data. It's really important to keep clients' work safe, and you always want all the individual files rather than just the finals that you deliver to them. So I really needed to keep that data safe, and this was the ideal solution. The second reason was I wanted a fast drive where I could edit video straight from it so I'm not constantly moving files around. One of the issues that I have at the moment is that I dump everything onto the desktop, then I have to move it to secure storage later on or back it up to the cloud or something like that, and it's all very time consuming. But with this, I have been able to edit 4K video shot on my Sony a7 III straight from the drive without any issues. I ran some speed tests and I found that all of the speeds came out roughly the same. However, in real world usage, I think that the Thunderbolt 3 and Thunderbolt 2 connections are way more stable if you are doing high throughput tasks like video editing or maybe even audio editing to some extent. So the drive costs £620. Is it worth it? Well, it contains two 6TB Seagate Iron Wolf drives, and if you were to buy those individually, they would cost you £260 each, so £520 for the pair. These are server grade drives that are really high quality and should last a long time. They also come with some data protection, so in the event of a failure you can send it off to them and they will fix it for you free of charge, I believe within the first 5 years. So all in all, the fact that it's £620 for this as a package and it would cost you £520 just for the drives, I think it's a great deal. £100 extra for the RAID features, and also just being able to plug an SD card into the front rather than fumbling around the back of your iMac or having to plug in a dongle on your MacBook Pro. It's an absolute winner. If you have any specific questions about the drive, or you want to know something that I haven't answered in the review, drop me a message in the comments or tweet me at RogShafi on Twitter, and I'll try and get back to you with the information. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more content like this, then hit the subscribe and the bell. And also, if you could give me a thumbs up, that would be great. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one.